Hi there. In this video, we'll be covering getting help to write a book. The tips in this video can help you finally finish your book. It's so easy to get discouraged during the book writing process and to want to give up. But before you do, just take these tips into consideration because they might help make the difference between you walking away from your book and actually getting it published. By the end of this video, you will learn the importance of working with proven book professionals and the value of coaching and ghostwriting. And stay tuned until the end of the video for a free resource that I really think can help you. All right, let's dive in. Whenever you watch a movie, think about the credits. Think about the number of names at the end of the movie. All of the people that helped. Think about books the same way. There's so many people behind the scenes that are helping. Editors, publicists, designers, writers. Most books require lots and lots of help. Whenever you go into a bookstore and pick up a book, especially one that's by a celebrity or an influencer or a thought leader, it's common that someone else helped them, that they worked with a coach or a ghostwriter to bring their book forward. It's often too that people think that this is just for celebrities, that this is just something that celebrities do, is have other people write their books. Most of the people I work with aren't celebrities. They are CEOs, they're business leaders, they're people with a story to share, they're people who are busy, and I help bring their story forward, but it's so common. So when you see somebody writing a book and say, how did they have time to write the book? They didn't. They probably didn't. I'm not saying that some people don't write their books themselves, especially writers and people around the writing craft or people who feel confident in their writing abilities. But somewhere along the way, most authors have had help in some capacity. So let's bring down the stigmas around getting help, because at the end of the day, it's so much more powerful to be able to finish your book and publish it, even if you had help, than it is to not get help and not finish your book. The difference between getting help and finishing a book and not finishing your book is such a huge gap. And the clients that I've worked with, I can see it in their faces. I can hear it in their voice, how powerful it feels for them to be able to bring their message forward. If you end up not publishing your book, it just ends there. You don't benefit from it. The reader doesn't benefit. Think of all the people who could help from your message, from reading your story. You're depriving them of such a great opportunity, and you're depriving yourself of finishing this powerful story. I don't want that to happen. So let's dive in further and explore the different paths to working with a professional. The first option in the writing process is book coaching, writing coaching. Coaching is just like it is with a team, sports team or fitness or something else. You're working with somebody who is inspiring you and empowering you and sharing all these important messages with you to make you the best that you can be. And that's what book coaching is all about too. A writing coach is somebody who will meet with you regularly, talk through different areas of the book, talk through the progress you're making, give you tips and insights if you're interested in hearing them, and just keep you moving forward. There's an accountability structure in place. You're doing the writing as the author, and the coach is reviewing the material and giving feedback. You know, keeping you on the right track, making sure that you're making wise decisions, and making sure that you're being accountable to yourself. So coach is a great option. Another option is book ghostwriting. I do ghostwriting and coaching, and ghostwriting is so much fun because the ghostwriter to guide the writing process, thus ghost. They're kind of behind the scenes, but they are the hidden hand guiding the writing process forward. It's so empowering as a ghostwriter to work with an author to shape their message into the book that they always wanted to share. It's so special for me to see my authors on the other side of publication, that they finally finished the book that they never thought they would. And now they're moved. They're in a different place emotionally. Their life is different because of the fact that they worked with me to help them bring their message out and to tell their message in the best way. I just love it. You know, I love being able to take my writing skills and share them with other people, to be able to help people to tell their best messages so they can take the next step in their life. But unlike the coaching relationship where the author is doing the writing and the coach is offering guidance, with ghostwriting, the ghostwriter is guiding the writing process, meeting regularly with the author and then sending the material to the author, and the author is reviewing it and providing feedback and input, and then we continue forward. And it's awesome to see this figment, this idea of a book turn into a draft in a matter of 3 to 6 months. You know, when you think about 3 to 6 months to write a book, it's not that long of a time. And then you think if you're working with a ghostwriter that you could spend, we'll say, an hour a week working with them. An hour a week across 3 to 6 months is 12 to 24 hours. That's not a lot of time to write a book. That's typically how long it takes for me to work with a client to finish their book. When you think of 3 to 6 months to finish a book, that's not a long time. And then you think about working with a ghostwriter and working on the book for 1 hour a week for 12 to 24 hours. You could write a book in 12 to 24 hours of your time if you work with a ghostwriter. And that's typical for most of my projects. I would say most of my projects are 12 to 24 hours of talking time with the author client. And that's it. And we have a draft. It's so easy. It's so awesome. Obviously, some projects take longer, but it's awesome to be able to have that process in place. And it's awesome to be able to find progress because I'm one step removed. Like, I care about the story, but I didn't live it like they did, the author did. So if you're working with a ghostwriter, you can kind of offload some of the emotional heaviness of the story to the ghostwriter and allow them to carry it for a little while, which lightens the load. It makes it easier. It makes it more powerful for you to be able to carry forward with conviction, but also to carry forward knowing that you're working with a story expert to bring your book forward. The best writers require an editor. It's something that I learned during my news journalism days. I never felt confident publishing something without somebody else looking at it, which was a problem because a lot of time I worked overnights, which was scary when I was all alone and I had to make decisions all by myself. Writers need editors. Writers need editors. So no matter how good of a writer you are, it's always great to get another set of eyes on it. You ultimately need editor help to be able to get your book published in the best form possible. Otherwise, you're selling yourself short. Otherwise, you're potentially moving forward with a draft that isn't quite ready or that needs a little bit of work, needs a little bit of refinement. Ultimately, editing works in a couple different levels. The biggest level is the story level, and that is developmental or content editing. That's the 30,000-foot view. You want to make sure that the story is as strong as possible, and that's why that's the first step in the editing process. Then comes copy editing, and copy editing is that granular paragraph and sentence level. You know, making sure that the words are the right word choice, making sure that the punctuation is proper, making sure that spelling's correct. Proofreading then catches anything else that was missed. It goes deeper and deeper and deeper till every single thing has been addressed in the book. And it's such an awesome process to see a book draft go through the steps of editing and make it through, because you know it's a little bit better than it was before. You need editing. And even if you're a great writer, and even if you believe in your writing, you need somebody to look at your draft. So make sure that editing is a part of the process. After you've spent so much time working on your book, you need somebody to look at it through just a clear lens, a different viewpoint. So it's great to have editing support because it's going to make your book stronger. Promotion is one of these other outside efforts that requires some input, requires some help. You know, I've certainly been a part of projects that didn't have any promotion and they just published. But it's tough for people to find you on Amazon. It's tough for people to read your book more widely. If you're interested in seeking wider visibility for your book, you want to work with a promoter, whether that's through a publishing house, whether that's somebody you find yourself, whether that's a friend of yours. Somebody needs to be helping out in this process. It's great to have outside help in this area because unless you're experienced in book promotion, it's not an easy thing. It really isn't. It takes time, and it's built on relationships. What relationships do you have to pitch your book to other people? If you don't have those relationships, it's going to be tough for you to find the success that you wanted for your book. So a promotion company, publicity company, book PR, all of these things are useful to help you promote your book, to get your book to the widest audience possible, because otherwise it might be tough for you to find the right readership and the right audience. Whoever you end up working with, trust is the most important element that you can consider. Trust, trust, trust. You need to be able to trust these people to do the job that you're interested in having them perform. Otherwise, you're going to be constantly watching over your shoulder, micromanaging. You're not going to be able to carry forward with conviction. You want to know that they're doing the best for you. And ultimately, that really requires you to step back. When you start talking to people, interview them, talk to them, see what kind of success they've had previously. Talk to their other clients. Did the clients that worked with them feel like they got their money's worth? Did they feel like they were valued? Did they feel like they were getting the best of this person or entity's attention, or did they feel like just another line on a list, just another client to them? You want to find people who are going to give the best for you, and you want to find people you can trust. So make sure to do your due diligence before bringing on these people to make sure that these are exactly the people you need and that they're going to perform the right skills for you that are going to help you succeed with your book. If you're interested in this topic, I really think you're going to learn a lot from the next video. I'm going to link to it on the screen. It's called Help Me Write My First Book. This video goes deep on the writing process. It covers a lot of ground, a lot of things that you need to know as you approach the book writing process yourself, from aligning the book with your purpose, my writing foundation tips, some of my tips to help you avoid distractions. There's so much that I want to share with you, and if you're interested in learning more about book writing, check that out. Remember, a good book can change your life. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching.